Welcome back, everyone. I'm Pebble, and we're playing some more Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, where we are starting a brand new series. The last one ended in tragedy, both in terms of experimental build issues and in terms of my ineptitude. So we ended up dying one to zombie brute, and then that was mostly because we just kind of got messed up by the experimental build, and then secondly we died because of the we tried again with Pierre, and he perished due to a tough zombie, which was weird. I had never experienced that before. But again, like always, this first episode is going to focus on the world creation and the character creation, which will be different than Pierre, the last character. So stick around if you want to watch that, or go ahead and skip to the next episode if you want to just watch gameplay. So we're going to go with the options first, and I've already gone ahead and changed the graphics. So I like to play with the terminal width and height of 225 and 65, and chest hole tile set, and full screen. Which actually causes some problems when you alt-tab out, but it's not a big deal. You can kind of deal with it. We're going to set some world defaults. We're going to do delete world, yes. We're going to do city size of 6, spawn rate down to 0.9, item spawn 0.7, and whoop, 0.7. Hey, my little kitty's here. What do you want, Chi-Chi? What do you want, kitty? Where are you? I don't even know where she is. And the NPCs, we're going to keep it at 0.5, but I still think that might be a little too much. We're going to keep the monster evolution at 5.5. And hey, kitty. Hey. You saying hi to the internet, to the world? And we're going to do static and random NPCs. And experimental Z levels. Perfect. Alright, so that's what we're going to do here. And we will save the changes. And then we're going to go ahead and do a new game. We will do a custom character with a different set of mods this time. We're going to do the same ones that we've been doing. The generic... No, actually we didn't do generic, so we'll keep those off. We'll do the weapons pack. This time we're going to use the medieval and historic content, so those will be around, just kind of lying around. We'll do survival tools and more locations, tall buildings, boats, tanks, vehicle additions. And this is one that I've been told to try, but we're going to save this for maybe the next series. This time we're actually going to be playing with one of the balance mods, which is the stats through skills. I sort of briefly touched on this in the last episode of the last series, and it allows your stats to raise naturally via skill progression, and it means that you don't have to invest any skills in the beginning. Basically how this works is, I think from what I've been told, every single time that you level up a skill to 3, 6, 9, then you get a stat point in a respective field. So I'm not exactly sure which ones affect which stats, or which skills affect which stats, but we're going to sort of figure that out as we play along. So we're going to add that, and it is added, isn't it? Yes, okay. So we're gonna play around with that, and yeah. Alright, so that's it for the mods. That's this is the main new one, the rebalancing mod that we're using, the stats through skills, and then we're also adding the medieval and historic content for shields and stuff like that, which could be interesting. We'll see. I'll still probably tend to use guns, but we'll kind of play around with it as we go. So let's go ahead and go to the world gen. Everything should be the way that we want it. So I'm going to double check just to make sure. I don't think we're going to do the wander spawns. Maybe in the next series we'll try that. That could be kind of fun too. So let's go ahead and play with what we've got. We're gonna name this place something random. Let's see, what are we gonna land on? I like Teeds Grove. Let's go with that. It's kind of weird, but it'll be a good one. You sure you're finished? Yes. Okay. So now that we're done with the world creation, we're going to go to the character creation. And I think I'm going to stick with the infected... what was it? Infected and... failed cyborg. I really like that start. It kind of adds a little bit of urgency, like I said last time, adds that urgency. So we'll do infected, but there's a bunch of other ones here that we could choose. Ones that actually take away points, but we're gonna go with that for now. So infected. That could be interesting, but we're just fine with this for now. And we're gonna go with failed cyborg. I really like that start. I think it's fun. I think it's gives you something to do and kind of work towards getting rid of those failed bionics. We could go with something a little bit better, like this cyber junkie, but I'm okay with the failed cyborg for now. We're gonna go with some negative quirks like ugly, truth teller, trigger happy, thin, strong scent. Actually, I don't like thin-skinned. What else did we have? We had... I don't think we're going to do Insomniac this time. We were going to do maybe Heavy Sleeper. And I think that's all I want to do for now. We might even get rid of a few of those as well because we're actually not going to be able to put anything into stats anyways. So... I would basically just be putting stuff into skills, and the backstory I kind of want to do is that we were just pretty much homeless. We had kind of ended up in the gutter, and we're just trying to find a way out, and the way that we tried to do that was investing in bionics, but we went through some sketchy dealers, and we ended up getting some really bad ones that started malfunctioning and left us even more in the dirt. So we don't really have any skills. We don't have anything. All we are is just a failed cyborg. And we need to find a way through the apocalypse. So the things that we're going to do here. So again, I want animal empathy. I think that's a really good one. Especially if we're going to do strong scent. I think I'm going to do that either way. And we're going to do, let's see, fleet-footed, yes. Good hearing, yes. So already we're at 6. We need to, we'll do inconspicuous, it's only 1 point. I wonder how infection resistant would affect our infectious start, but I think we're going to go without it for now. We'll do night vision, I think that's important. And what else? We'll do... We've got 3 more. Optimist, outdoorsman, scout, strong back. That could be a good one. Though I want maybe the mule, what was it? The mule, something like that. Oh, that's kind of nice. What was it? Oh, pack mule, here we go. 3, okay. More volume, I like that as opposed to the weight. So we'll go with that, and in that effect, we can pretty much get rid of every negative here. Heavy sleeper. strong scent, trigger happy, truth teller. Well, in that regard, we don't really need this, but I don't know what else I would go with. No, I'm okay with this. I'm pretty happy. Though this would be nice. Tough. I can't do any more, though, in this. In the benefits. I would have to get rid of maybe Pack Mule. What is it, kitty? What is it? Okay. Let's just stick with that. We can't play around with this. These will be affected as we learn skills. And we're not going to learn any skills right off the bat. So we've got to find books. We've got to find all that. And we're going to name our character Darren. Oh, jeez. Got Darren. Oh, shoot. How do you spell his last name? After a subscriber, of course. Where was it? I already had somebody picked out. Darren Callaghan. Yep. Alright, that's it. Alright, so cool. And again, every single time I'll tab out this, there's like a weird little terminal error, but it's okay. It's easy enough to live with. And we're going to end the episode here, so thanks for watching, everyone. Again, this was just the world creation and the character creation, as I mentioned earlier, and we're going to get into the gameplay in the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.